I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's
So,
okay.
what we have, let me share my screen with you. Because I feel like you're going to need it.
Yeah, probably.
Here we go. We have Wikipedia. Wikipedia is safe.
Yeah. I figured that this is where you were gonna start.
Yeah. The thing is that the term red pill and blue pill refer to a choice between the willingness to learn a potentially unsettling or life-changing truth by taking the red pill or remaining in contented ignorance with the blue pill. They got this from the Matrix.
I was about to say, I love how this is like a whole theology made out of a meme.
Yeah, to be quite fair with you. And it's like, the thing about it is that it's like taking the blue pill is like being a beta, or like going along with what society wants you to be. And taking the red pill is like, oh my god, this is how it really is. This is the reality of it. Is basically what we have. So we have r/red pill.
The official quarantine.
Yes. The official quarantined r/red pill. The one no one really wants to go into. Now, I will allow you to choose what you want to hear first.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I'm allowing you, a woman, to choose.
Imagine.
Imagine.
Obviously, you've taken the blue pill.
Obviously.
Oh, no.
So we have Notes from the Matrix, the red pill. We have Do It the Hard Way, guest post, the red pill. Short synopsis and daily dose of the red pill. Let her prove herself to you.
Oh, no.
Put yourself first. Why being an asshole is a good thing. We're saving that for later. Building rapport is bullshit. The future is looking bright for the last remnants of masculinity. Lessons from my RSD boot camp. And what's the end game?
Let's go with a daily dose. All of these are gonna hurt me, and I know it.
Short synopsis and daily dose of the red pill. I am above her, frame at all times, treat her like a joke/child.
What?
Lead the relationship. Her current state is a reflection of how beta/alpha you have been behaving. Make the decisions, no matter how small. Make all the plans, but still get her input. Example, hey cutie, free tomorrow night at 6 p.m.? Put her in her place. Tell her no. Do not silently comply with disrespect and crossing boundaries. State your distaste briefly and walk away. Withdraw time and attention. See, saying no, like, silently complying with disrespect and crossing boundaries, like, saying no to that is a good thing, but withdrawing time and attention and punishing for that, that's where it gets fucked up.
There's a lot of problematic in this, and
I'm not
there's
even done.
Yeah, well, there's another there's a community that this almost applies to, but the direction that all of this is coming is very different.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Yes, absolutely. Would you like me to continue?
Oh, go ahead. You're so excited.
I really am. Okay, so the thing about it is that I have been all morning. This has been my morning. I've read through most, if not all of this. The only thing that I haven't read all through is lessons from my RSD bootcamp. I've read through all of this. I have suffered. I am excited in sharing my suffering is what this is. I can't be the only one who suffers.
Listen, I volunteered to jump down this rabbit hole with you.
You did.
That doesn't mean I have to be happy about it.
Okay. Pass her shit test. Agree/amplify her test. Laugh it off and show nothing can shake your frame. See it as a little girl testing her dom's alphaness. Dread her.
Okay. No. We're stopping right the fuck here.
Okay.
Because I apparently just in my brief read through of this didn't see that sentence. Because they've brought it up, we're gonna fucking address it.
Okay.
Just because you're a male does not make you a dominant.
Oh, absolutely not.
And if you and your partner are not in a DS relationship where the boundaries have been written out, you've had this discussion, and this is how both of you want the relationship to go, then this is not okay. You cannot just say like, "Oh, I'm your dom."
Oh, no, absolutely not. There's a level and ways that you have to do it. You have to actually, number one, see if they're even interested in a relationship like that, right. For one.
There's a whole conversation that needs to be had. There's hard and soft boundaries that need to be set. And this is why I was like, there's another community that this almost applies to, but the direction is very different.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
When you are someone's dominant, you are not someone's dominant just to control them.
Oh,
you
no.
are someone's dominant to take care of them. And so, yes, sometimes when dealing with a brat, you do state your distaste and walk away. And in walking away, you have withdrawn your time and attention, but it is not to make yourself feel better.
Right. And it's like those are boundaries that have to actually be stated too. Like somebody might actually have like rejection sensitivity and can't handle something like that psychologically.
Right. Like there's oh God.
What have you gotten yourself into?
It's just like we're not going to go too deep into this because I have a lot of stories and I will get very animated. But I just want to say, like, just because you're in a relationship with someone and you happened to have a factory default penis does not make you a dominant.
Absolutely not. It doesn't. And
we're not even going to go into the alpha male nonsense, although it's going to be woven through this entire thing.
Dread her. Show you have other options. Always passively dread her through daily self-improvement. Never give her all your time and attention. Make her wonder where you are some nights. Shut up and don't always be available nor always explain yourself. Let the hamster spin. Do not explain yourself. Do not try and use logic and words as a response to her trying to argue/bitch. Stay in frame and repeat your statement once, firmly, like a man. Dangle the carrot. Show her some beta comfort, but never fully give your commitment. Women want to always hunt the prize and try and tame the beast. Do not become her bitch and make her feel like she's got you. Oh, yeah. It was a painful read the first time.
So one of my ex-partners was this person.
Oh God. I am so sorry.
And let me tell you, if you have a person who knows her worth, who knows their worth, right? It does not matter on the gender of your partner.
Right.
If you're constantly showing them that you have other options and better options, they will let you have those other options.
Yeah, go for it.
Like, And if you have someone you truly care about, you're going to want to give them your time and attention.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, the thing about it is, right, with things like this, it's like mind games. You want this person. So why not just go after this person that you want instead of having to play all these mind games? I don't get it. I really, really don't. It's something about, like, I've been reading this all morning, okay, and all I can gather is that apparently if you show weakness, you're a beta cuck, or you're a blue pill bitch or something.
Yeah.
If you show your emotions and it's actually a person. But stoicism is actually something that's really, like, throughout this thread. And stoicism, honestly, when used correctly, in the correct way, is like a mindset. It's
Stoicism, yeah, it's not. There's a difference between stoicism and being a cunt.
yeah. Yeah. Stoicism, when used correctly, is a good mindset to have when used correctly. But if you're using stoicism to become this douchebag who wants to be the strong silent type or some shit, like, it gets fucked up. And don't shit on the beauty of stoicism by using it for your red pill bullshit.
So I just wanted to point this out.
Yes.
If you're always the one running, doesn't that make you pray?
Oh no! Don't tell them that.
I'm just saying, because, I mean, I want you to run, but once I got you, I want you to stay.
Oh man. Shivers. Don't make me shiver like that.
Oh, my bad. In public? Anyways. No. And all of this, there's a lot of things that people need as human beings. And one of those things is care and affection.
Yes.
So, not showing that care and affection, you're removing one of the, like, main needs that your person has, right?
Right.
And on a less cheery note, people cheat most of the time when their needs aren't being met.
Yeah.
So this lady, because most of these people won't date a non-binary, but this human that you're working so hard to manipulate into, like, the palm of your hand is going to find someone else because you're not meeting that human's needs.
True.
And they need those needs met. They will get them met.
Yes.
It just won't be with you. And then you're going to be upset because they had someone else, but the reason they have someone else is because there is a need that's not being met. If
Take a
someone's
breath.
starving, they're going to, like, steal food, right?
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't make the stealing right, but they did it because they had a need that wasn't met.
Right.
And I am not a proponent of cheating.
Oh no. I don't think either of us are.
But
Give
there's a
me
need
just
that's not
a
being
second.
met, and you're going to find a way to meet it.
Give me just a second. I need to turn on my light because my VTuber decided that she's not going to track my eyes correctly, and therefore I look like an alien or a lizard. So give me just a second. Ow! Okay. So the the fun thing about these videos is that very little is cut out of them, right?
Sure.
Oh,
That's
man.
what we're going for.
Yeah, that's what we're
The nonsense.
The nonsense. I didn't just hurt myself. I'm
The
fine.
random brands.
I'm fine.
What did you do?
I was trying to get back into my seat, and so I pulled my leg up, and my knee hit the bottom of my desk.
No. That'll bruise later.
I bruise easy.
That's why I don't play roller derby.
Okay, so we've gone through exactly one of many.
Yeah, and I don't know that we really have time to go through the comments, and I don't know that I want to.
You don't want to. I went through some of the comments. All right, so I'll pick the next one. I think I'm gonna go for guest post. Do it the hard way.
Okay.
The things we teach here must be learned the hard way. There's no way to accept that closure is bullshit unless you've made a fool out of yourself at least once when a woman dumped you. There's no way to hold frame unless you recognized where yours has the tensile strength of a wet paper bag. There is no way to feel comfortable freely expressing yourself unless you have tempered and calibrated your social skills, often at the cost of awkwardness, embarrassment, or anxiety. The simple reality of the red pill is that it's kinesthetic and experiential. The way your body and face move in concert with your words is equivalent to a muscle, and without the same type of tribulations that make a muscle strong, your kinesthetics will be weak. Likewise, without adequate reference points to our aphorisms, they will remain meaningless parrot talk until you've contextualized them in your own life. Ever notice how the great writers and teachers among us, despite the many differences, share a manifest authenticity amongst them? That obvious authenticity comes from experiences, not analytics. Nobody ever theoried their way into some pussy. They theoried their way into a better way to carry themselves, a better way to manage their internal monologue, a better way to be certain what they're doing was making them fulfilled. Moreover, just about everyone worth listening to can express some version of, I found this out by going out and failing, then getting better, now I'm sharing it with you all. Good theory is the result of good hypotheses, which were aggressively tested in real life. Go out and do hard things.
So, there's some... As much as I hate to say this, there's some good in this, right?
Well, I think that what I've read from r/redpill is that they will take a good idea and just fuck it up.
I mean, because, like, you do need to go out and do the thing,
Yes.
right? I think we can all agree on that. Like, you do need to go out and do the thing. You're never going to be less awkward if you don't try to interact with people. You're never going to get better at anything unless you do it,
Yes.
right? I did want to point out one controversial thing. Not controversial. Whatever. There's a point in here that goes against everything that they teach in Red Pill.
Mm-hmm.
They're talking about being your true self and freely expressing yourself.
There's no way to
there's
feel
no
comfortable
way to feel-
freely expressing yourself unless you have tempered and calibrated your social skills.
So, freely expressing yourself would mean that you could express any emotion, including care and gentleness.
Oh my god. Don't tell them that.
I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
you can't sit here and say, like, oh, all of this holding frame or whatever fuck that is.
Here, I'll open this link.
Oh, man.
Oh, okay. Oh, man. Defaulting
Okay,
to...
it's your vibe.
No, there's the frame. The metadata of the interaction is implied by what isn't done, what isn't said, because the frame of... Oh, son of a bitch.
Wow.
It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Okay.
How can your actions change an interaction, body language? It's how you hold yourself.
Okay. But anyways, and they talk about like how no one's ever like theoried themselves into bed with someone. That is a bold-faced lie.
I
can say from personal experience, but
Oh,
anyways.
really?
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's going to have to be a story for off camera.
Yep. Yep.
Oh man. Yeah, this is this was something. And can you help me with some things?
Sure.
Because I am smart and English was my best subject. However, there are some things that I need to brush up on, apparently. What the fuck is an aphorism?
Aphorism.
Aphorism. What is that?
I believe. Let me double check this. A pithy observation that contains a general truth. Like it's like they like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's not what you say, but it's how you say it. All of those little quips.
Oh, okay. Then what's a
adages?
What's kinesthetic?
Kinesthetic is learning by doing. So kinesthetic learners like learn things by doing. Kinesthetic is like the doing.
I'm that type of learner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when they're saying that the simple reality of TRP is that it's kinesthetic and experimental, it means that you have to do the thing, and you have to take chances and learn from those chances.
Okay.
Which in general, yes, you do.
But
right?
Not to fuck over women.
But like, it's what are you experimenting with, and what lessons you're learning that matters from it.
Yeah.
And they're not looking to learn the actual lesson. They're looking to learn the lesson that fits with their echo chamber, which is a dangerous position to be in with any like group, right?
Yeah. More bullshit overwritten content from this post. You took 5 days to describe what learning through experience is. Go get more of it. Sorry. You said that we couldn't go through the comments.
Yeah.
We don't have time. All right.
We don't have time.
All right.
Let's get on with the shit.
Your turn.
I'm just going, go to number 4 on your list of tabs. I don't know what it is, but that's where we're going.
Oh no, you did it.
No!
You did it! Okay, for those who don't know, I actually told her about this post, but I only told her the title. The most chivalrous thing you can do for American women is anal.
Yay.
I couldn't in good conscience close this post. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, let's go.
Take a sip of your Monster, take a hit of your vape, you're gonna need it.
Yeah, I am. These titles are something else.
They really are.
Well, let's go.
All right.
I'm gonna have so many opinions.
So many. Okay. You're gonna love this and hate it all at the same time.
I'm ready.
If you've been following the illustrious career of Red Pill superstar Gay Lube Oil,
okay,
you would know that some of his greatest masterpieces have been censored by people too dim-witted to comprehend their brilliance. American women want to be choked and spanked because subconsciously they know they are responsible for the downfall of Western civilization. Was a profound synthesis of Freudian psychoanalysis and Oswald Spengler's theory that all civilizations are subject to an inevitable process of growth and decay. Yeah. My latest masterpiece How to use the desperation of Ukrainian war refugees to your sexual advantage was scrubbed off the internet because people failed to understand it as an invitation for us, the humble readers of the Red Pill, to do the right thing and to house persons displaced by war. Yeah. You see where this is going?
I hate all of this already. Let's go.
The deletion of my work is on par with the desecration of the Library of Alexandria.
No. Absolutely the fuck not.
I'm still pissed off about the Library of Alexandria. Can I tell you that from the day that I learned about the Library of Alexandria and the fact that it burned to now, I am still pissed off that they burned that shit down. I think that the Library of Alexandria, if we ever have the will and the technology to go back in time, that's the spot in time that I want to go back to. It's to stop those fuckers from burning down the Library of Alexandria.
Listen, or at least have a copy of everything from the library.
At least. Give us that.
You know? Like if everything had been good things about the digital age and bad things, but like if this is really off topic. But that's okay.
But I'm still pissed off.
If it had been a digital age and we could have had a digital copy of everything that was in that library, yes, the originals would have been gone. But we would have had the ability to put that information back within the grasp of humanity in general, and I feel like that would have been a better use of data than most of my uses of data.
Honestly. Dude.
We're gonna be stuck here if we keep on this
We
subject,
really are.
though.
Listen, no, dude, the Library of Alexandria was really important. It was an important thing.
I am very upset. I'm also upset that the port and the lighthouse are gone. But Cleopatra was always like one of my like idols growing up.
Honestly, a good idol to look up to.
She was that lady could speak so many languages, and
but
I'm just
listen. Okay,
in honor.
You're right. We're gonna be on this all day. Which is why I shed a tear for you, the humble reader of the Red Pill, for all of my masterpieces that were snatched out of your eager grasp. That's the first.
I'm already
paragraph.
upset, and we're one paragraph in. It is a long paragraph.
It is
like,
very
still.
Long. My favorite part of this paragraph. American women want to be choked and spanked because subconsciously they know they're responsible for the downfall of Western civilization. That's my favorite part.
We don't have time to get into daddy issues. Let's move on.
While I do not have the power to restore what I destroyed, I can, however, make an attempt to convince my critics of my profound appreciation of women, which is why I, women appreciator Gay Lube Oil, have explicitly written this moral and ethical sexual strategy guide. The most chivalrous thing you can do for American women is anal. Providing anal sex is the best way to protect women from committing abortion. At first glance...
Factually incorrect, but let's go.
Yeah, actually, yes, you're right, it is. At first glance, the concept may seem counterintuitive. What part of stretching out a woman's brown starfish is chivalrous? The part where she doesn't kill your child afterwards. The part where she doesn't go to Planned Parenthood, have forceps inserted up through her vagina, up into her uterus, and have your child decapitated inside her. American women are too irresponsible to be trusted with vaginal sex, as 1/4 will have an abortion in their lifetime. That is the most incorrect.
I do not believe... One second. I do not believe that statistic...
It's not. It's not the statistic. Sorry, I have a dog in here that likes to whine.
That is factually incorrect.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that is factually incorrect.
Yeah.
What the statistic that is closest to, and I really hate this, but the statistic that is closest to is how many women will have a miscarriage.
Yeah.
or actually how many pregnancies will end up in miscarriage. And if you're equating miscarriage to abortion, I have no respect for you.
I'm pro-choice. I think that if you're having medical complications from the child, if you don't think that you're fit to have a child, and if there's a better chance of you dying, the child dying, or both of you dying, then get an abortion.
Yeah, and
it's your choice. That's the big thing, is the choice.
I for the longest time, I was like, I'm pro-life for myself and I'm pro-choice for everyone else. And I conceived a child through unfortunate circumstances, and I did my best to keep it, but I lost it. Right? There was hypothermia involved in that whole story. It's a whole thing. But
it's a whole thing.
And at this point in my life, if I were to get pregnant, either the child would die or both of us would die. And that... So yes, I might not be, I don't know, whatever they said. I might be too irresponsible to be trusted. But
that is exactly what they said.
Yeah. But like, you as a creature are programmed to survive. Mm-hmm. And if there is something that threatens your existence, I'm sure that people of the Red Pill would be like, eliminate that problem.
Surely.
So unfortunately, this thing that you gave me that I did not want is that thing.
Yeah. I just realized that my my light is still rotating and it's making noise.
Oof. I can't hear it though, so you're good.
Well, good. Honestly, I think that when it comes to what was said here, not even just like the pro-life movement, because I'm not getting into all that. I'm really not. No. But what's said here is just factually incorrect, and the only time that forceps are used, I don't even think it's forceps. I think it's like it's something different where they actually have to.
They do use forceps, but that's part of a different.
Is for pregnancies that are very much at risk of the mother and the child.
It's part of it. Forceps are used in a lot of different situations for a lot of different things. And although this is a very graphic description of a procedure that is used.
Yeah.
But this is not the only procedure that's used.
No. Absolutely not. I think that a lot of people who worry about things like that think that this is the only procedure that's used.
Well, absolutely. I mean, that's why there's a state that banned DNCs, right? Mm-hmm. Because that procedure looks very close to this.
Yeah.
But that procedure is not and that's the thing. Like, most of these like abortion procedures are not specifically designed for that.
Right.
Like, a DNC is not designed to get rid of a life. It's designed to clear out tissue so that another life can continue.
Right. You would think.
Go ahead.
You would think that somebody talking on this would have done their research, but then we realize that
where we are.
We realize where we are.
Yep.
I think I'm just going to continue on from here.
Yep. Yeah, let's go.
If we chivalrous gentlemen of the Red Pill have to accept the risk of plunging into a dark, pungent abyss to save women from a most abominable sin, then that's a sacrifice I say we make. The noble thing is to shoot to shoot in her poop chute. It's up to us noble knights to control ourselves as they lack the self-discipline to follow in our heavy footsteps. You're going to dislike the second piece as much as you disliked the first one.
I know.
Be a bareback benefactor, not a condom contaminator. Now, at this point, some of you are no doubt repeating dangerous condom lobby propaganda. Don't be silly, wrap your willy. I shake my head in disgust of your blue pill ignorance. You really think that I, woman respecter gay lube oil, they really enjoy their name.
Yeah, they do.
Will stand idly by as you contaminate beautiful, strong, and independent women with microplastic? You think I'm going to say nothing as you slip your cock into a petrochemical xenoestrogen death trap? Oh, and maybe you think I thought, no, oh, and maybe you thought I forgot about the sea turtles, which are literally choking on condoms because of people like you. People like you disgust me. Condoms are both an indoctrine and environmental hazard, which is why the ethical choice is to forego their use. Be a bareback benefactor, not a condom contaminator.
So, the bigger, okay, so, first of all, it's not I don't think that word is indoctrine. I think it's endocrine.
Endocrine?
Yeah, which is a set of glands that, like, your endocrine system is a set of glands that release hormones directly into your blood.
You see, maybe you should be reading this.
Well, no, it's just I don't know why they chose to use that word. It's just it's strange. I do like the title. It tickles a part of my brain, but that's it. But also,
but the sea turtles.
Straws are a bigger problem to sea turtles than condoms are.
But the sea turtles.
Plastic straws.
Use paper straws.
Plastic straws are a bigger problem.
The plastic around 6-packs are a bigger problem.
Yeah. Like, if you don't want to contaminate strong, independent women with microplastic, why aren't you against, I don't know, fucking Starbucks cups?
Yeah.
And your mugs.
Well, I mean, the thing about it is, like, straws. We don't know, they might. They don't go into it here.
Coolers, like plastic coolers. You know, the ones you put your beer in when you go float down the lake? Yeah, those have plastics in them too.
No.
I'm just saying, like,
we don't know if they're if they're an environmentalist from this post. They don't exactly go into their environmentalist ideals here.
I'm just saying, like, also beautiful, strong, independent women aren't going to be with you.
That's also true.
I'm just saying. Anyways.
That's also true. Chemical castration is no way to treat a lady.
Okay.
Would you like to guess what this post, this part of this post is about?
I know what this is about. Let's go.
All right. A red pill alpha's time is best spent ramming females with his meaty situation, not wasting it on their consolation. Oral contraceptives include, and I'm going to try my best not to butcher this, but I'm probably going to.
Induce.
No, I know. I know the word induce. Induce tryptophan oxygenase, causing a pyridoxine deficiency, which is a slippery slope down depression drive. Poor dopamine signaling and low GABA cause a lack of joy, low excitement, no fun, and anhedonia. High prolactin and low testosterone cause a lack of libido and its motivating creative surpluses. High estrogen causes aggressive, impotent, incel rage, moodiness, and manic depression. Poor metabolism contributes to weight gain and leads to chronic coping behaviors like eating disorders, indecision, and low stress tolerance. Hopefully, I didn't butcher any of that.
Listen... you didn't. It's
good.
Fine.
Awesome. You know what that means?
At least as far as I know.
Don't worry, I could have butchered it if I wanted to because I'm a woman.
Oh.
At least I'm pretty.
Birth control has a list of side effects that's like 7 million miles long. And you're right, it is no way to treat a lady, but if you would castrate yourself, we wouldn't have to.
You know, that would be easy. That would be so easy.
We can move on because
I can continue.
I'm gonna get upset.
65% of fertile females are chemically castrating themselves with oral contraceptive, tricking their body into feeling like it's suffering an endless stream of miscarriages and making themselves miserable in the process. If they were healthy, they would be moaning with pleasure about you and their treasure. Instead of screaming your name, they're gaining weight while complaining about migraine pain. Oral contraceptives and oral steroids are unlike the good steroids. There are good steroids that make men jacked, horny, and aggressive. They make women sleepy, fat, and sexually apathetic. If the last couple of years have shown us anything, it's that modern medicine cares about money, not health outcomes. Don't let them chemically castrate your fun, fertile female into a frumster grumster who you'll inevitably have to throw in the dumpster.
Angie.
There's the good steroids? Did you know? I'm pretty sure that they don't know that if you take the good steroids for too long, you can become infertile.
Yeah, they probably don't.
I mean, you don't have to take it from a woman, but...
Listen, nothing we say is gonna reach them, so... It's okay.
Treat her like a pirate and get in her booty. Do your duty. Swap her pill for your red pill by flipping her over and turning her frown upside down with a little bit of brown. You're not infiltrating her backdoor corridor is an endless stream of I told you so. Remember who you are. You're a red pill alpha fighting on behalf of the unborn sea turtles and female endocrinology. Be proud of that as you spread her wide and slip in through her backside. That's it. We got through it. We got through the post.
The more we read of this, the more it just sounds like nonsense so they can do whatever they want.
The most chivalrous thing you can do for American women is anal.
That should have been your, thumbnail.
I haven't made the thumbnail yet.
There's still a chance.
There's still a chance? I can't put the word
I don't think you could put that.
No, I can't
on a thumbnail.
I can't put it on a thumbnail, no. Can I? No, it just takes me back to here. I can try and I'll do that later. Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Alright, so it's my turn, right?
Yep.
Let's see.
The funny thing is I don't know what any of these are.
No, you don't. I've already had to go through all this. Okay. Put yourself first. Why being an asshole is a good thing. Having previously written why assholes get laid and you don't, I will now expound on why you want to be the asshole and not the no play getting nice guy and or white knight. Very often, a guy who is an asshole is simply someone who puts his own wants and desires first. How so? The guy who won't stay around and be Stacy's emotional tampon? Asshole. The guy who makes a move and drops girls who only want to waste his time? Asshole. The guy who gets on his grind and stays on his grind and doesn't prioritize women? Asshole. The guy who doesn't wait around in the friend zone doing the boyfriend audition waiting for Stacy to realize that they were meant to be together? Asshole. Who doesn't immediately give up commitment to some bar slut who fucked him once? Asshole. Who strides up and vaporizes Joe Fedora's nice guy game inside of 10 seconds? Asshole. That's the opener.
Okay.
Why nice guy game sucks. You know who disassembles and deflects and apologizes? White knights and nice guys. Being a nice guy is an alternative pussy-getting strategy that doesn't work. Yet, for some reason, it seems to have a crack public relations team promoting it. So why do guys do it? Because it's easy and safe. Nice guys don't have to fear rejection. Nice guys don't have to take risks. Nice guys can keep the fantasy of their Disney girl alive. Nice guys can stay in their comfy little soft-focused purgatory hoping that this year will be the year that Stacy gets it and finally puts that 10th nice guy stamp on his card and finally gives him all the sex that he deserves. Yeah, that's not how it works. Well, to be fair, that is not how it works.
It's not.
But that's about as many to be fairs as I'm going to give.
But, like, the quote-unquote nice guys that they're talking about are normally the ones that don't have any personality or backbone.
Alternatively, they're the type of guy that try to manipulate you.
Right.
Into, by, if I do X, she'll give me Y. Or I expect that she will give me Y. Without saying that there was an expectation there in the first place. So, it's more along the lines of not having a backbone. It's not that. There are plenty of nice guys that don't have backbones, and you're right about that. But it's more along the lines of doing things with an expectation that they haven't stated.
Yeah.
That's my big problem with nice guys.
And white knighting is its own problem.
Oh yeah, white knighting is God. God.
We'll get into that later.
God.
Okay.
If it did, the red pill would be about lifting so that you can carry her books and how to French braid her hair. Also, nice guy game can get destroyed by an asshole in under 10 seconds. How? Asshole starts chatting up a hottie. The fact that they just call them hotties or chicks or... It's so degrading. Joe Fedora, the nice guy, comes over to defend his woman. He attempts to intervene and the asshole says to the girl, "Oh, is this your boyfriend?" She giggles demurely. Oh my god, what are you, a fucking romance writer? Looks down and says no, and then asshole watches the nice guy's testicles shrivel up into little hamster balls and then vanish in a puff of dust because all the work he put into his girl just got vaporized. Then the asshole takes her back to his place and lays pipe while nice guy goes home and cries himself to sleep because nice guys sleep alone. That sounds like fiction. It sounds like a fiction novel.
Oh god.
Go on, let it out. Let it out.
So the guy that like tries to come up and like defend his girl when there's no claim on it, that happens all the time.
Yes.
But if that person was actually someone like she was interested in the first place, or had some sort of relationship with, there wouldn't be a just giggles and looks down, right? There would be like, right. Oh no, this is so and so.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's
like if you cared about that person at all, right? Even as a friend, if you cared about this person at all. No, not my boyfriend, but this is my friend blank. Continuing to allow that person into the circle of conversation.
Right.
It like, very rarely does it work out like that. Very, very rarely.
But when you're in a echo chamber of men who don't get laid.
Yeah, it happens. The only time that I can see that looks down, giggles demurely, no, and then just goes on with their day and gets laid by some asshole or some shit, is if a literal stranger was trying to stand up for you as his girl. A literal stranger.
Oh, there's also that one friend in the friend group that, like, hits on you, but you don't actually like.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, really creepy usually.
Yep.
Yeah. Honestly.
There was a person in our D&D group who we found out had a folder with pictures of all of us.
You?
Taken without our consent.
That's creepy.
And that kind of person... Yeah, no, that's not my boyfriend.
No. 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 Oh, man. You can complain that girls dig assholes, or you can be the asshole girls dig. The right way to do it is to keep the vibe mildly subversive. Tease her a bit. You know how it is when you lean back on a stool's back legs and you almost fall but you catch yourself? You want her to feel that way all the time when she's around you, like she's not sure where she stands with you. Never go full asshole unless you are in a total war scenario. Your goal is to be more like a sexist jerk boy. If she says no guy has ever talked to me the way that you do, then you're doing it right. Gasp. Did you say sexist? Yes, younglings, I did. Why? Because women prefer sexist men, even feminists.
No. Go on.
Do you ever see some outlaw biker crying in his beer about how his girlfriend left him for a nice guy? No. The James Bond films are, by the way, a masterclass in amused mastery with a slightly assholey edge. James Bond will definitely smack a hoe. And no, he would not. When I get caught flat-footed on a question or shit test, I go with whatever is the most sexist thing I can think of. Girls should be felt and not heard, always a favorite. It's lucky you're so pretty, right after she does something dumb. I fucking hate that line with a passion. You clearly need adult supervision, right after she makes a stupid suggestion. And you know that bratty girls get spanked, right? Plays into my hands, literally. Why? Because it works. I literally hate every single one of those.
Yeah.
Especially it's lucky you're so pretty because that's been used on me. That has actively been used on me in my lifetime.
Yeah. I think besides the first one, I have heard at least a variation of all of those directed towards me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the last one could be fun in the correct scenario. You know the bratty girl gets spanked, right? Like, yeah, if we actually have talked it out.
You know what follows that? You know what you respond to that sentence, right?
Mm.
Well, it's a good thing you're not my dom then.
Hey, let's go! That's true!
I can be as much of a brat as I want to because you don't have permission to touch me.
Absolutely not. And it'd be gross if you did. Do you hear him?
Yeah, once in a while.
He's ridiculous. No, he's whining.
Oh.
He's whining. He's sitting at my door whining. Okay. Possession of the ass is 9/10 of the law. Her body, particularly her ass, belongs to you. Why? Well, first, it was literally developed for your pleasure. That's why they have those long, lovely legs and those hourglass figures, because we dig it. But why her ass particularly? Because he who controls the ass controls the relationship. Possession of the ass is 9/10 of the law. Check out Tom Brady. The GOAT knows what I know. Whenever he's on a red carpet with Giselle, there's a lot of hands-on-ass action. Not just one time, but all the times. If you want to hold the car door for her, fine. Smack her on the butt while she's getting inside. Takeaways. Put yourself first. Take what you want and pay for it. Possession of the ass is 9/10 of the law. Don't complain that girls dig jerks. Be the jerk that they did. And nice guys sleep alone. Would you like to know further reading?
No. Absolutely not.
Yeah, this is...
Wow.
Anybody watching, please don't be like this. Just don't.
Wow.
Just don't.
this whole thread is something taken out of context and skewed.
Yeah, I can see that.
They need to take their beer glasses off.
I don't understand possession of the ass. Honestly, can you explain that to me?
I think I know where they're going with this. But like if she doesn't stop you from touching her ass at all points in the day, you own her.
Oh, that's gross. That's gross. I hate that shit.
Some people just don't like PDA. It's okay. Really.
Like, allow them to have their boundaries. Alright, it's your turn.
Okay. We're gonna go with 2.
Let her prove herself to you. This is a short one. Are you happy that it's short?
Need it after that one.
Are you happy that it's short?
Yeah.
This might be posted or implied somewhere else, but I just wanted to post my experience while trying out some new game. Was messing around with this chick off an app, and she was pretty clingy and would invite me out to parties, bars, clubs, invited me out to a bard.
Absolutely. I would go visit a bard.
Dude, I would visit a bard. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Would invite me out to parties, bars, and clubs constantly. Sometimes I went, most times I didn't. One night she drunk called me practically begging me to go out to this bar with her, and I told her no. She responded with, "Oh, so you want me to make out with another guy or something?" I hung up, stopped answering her calls that night, and then she called me early in the AM begging for forgiveness. She was just a little distraction from med school, so I didn't lose any sleep over it. However, I also wanted to try some different game, and I started running hard dread game and keeping a stone cold frame. I noticed a massive difference in her behavior trying to increase her value to me. She would start saying things like, "I don't give my number out often." Sometimes I would purposely leave my phone up. I usually put it front side down for privacy, so she could see the message notifications I would get from other girls. I also started to give her small details about my life, and she ate that shit up and wanted more. She was addicted. She would drop everything she was doing to make herself available to me while I was only half interested during our time together anyway. Just wanted to post this because it seems like a lot of guys, even on the red pill, underestimate playing the psych game, and many females use it to control and manipulate men.
To all of the females listening to this, if he's talking to other people and you want all of his attention, go find someone else.
Honestly. If he's gonna sit there and, like, dread game you hard, be like, okay, sure, go after those other women. You're losing a catch, but okay.
But also oh, that's nice. You have other girls to talk to? Here's the problem. Like, all of these things, if you have the confidence in and of yourself to respond to them and make them seem like they're no big deal.
Mm-hmm. Know your worth,
all
ladies.
you have to do is not play into their game and their entire existence crumbles.
Yeah, honestly.
Yes, you're gonna be the villain in their story, right? But
oh, at what cost, really?
yeah.
All right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left. I think I'm going to go ahead and close lessons from boot camp. The reason that I had this one up in the first place is the fact that I could not believe that there's actually a boot camp.
I believe it.
There's a boot camp. There's
a boot camp for everything.
This boot camp was 36 hours over a 3-day period with coaches. Mostly lectures and group exercises. Like, 36 hours of having to listen to how to talk to a woman.
There's so the red pill is basically just a side note to like the alpha male movement, and there's a lot of boot camps for that. So are you really surprised that there's a red pill boot camp?
I'm surprised that people can't talk to people like people.
Have you met nerds?
I am a nerd.
I'm just saying, like, how many people at a convention have you run into that really didn't know how to talk to people?
True.
Like,
go to therapy.
Go out in public, join a club, you know?
Touch grass.
Right. I'm just saying, and not to like villainize like nerds and like geeky men, because that's also like my scene, right? But I'm just saying, like, it doesn't really matter what group you're in. If you're so far into that group, you're not going to be able to talk to like other people, right?
Right.
Like social skills are something that need to be like practiced and learned. And there's a lot of books on how to interact with people if you must learn from reading. But like, one of the main things about like making sure that people like you is getting them to talk about themselves. If you can keep them talking about themselves, they will think you're the most interesting person on the planet, and you don't even have to put all this work into it.
That's what you did to me! Nah.
Do you feel played now?
A little bit. I feel a little played. Oh, my heart. I can't. Oh, what do I know about you, really?
But it's just like they're trying so hard for something that you don't need to try that hard for.
Yeah.
Most of these people want a little bit of attention.
Honestly, you know what my favorite thing to do is? Whenever I'm talking to somebody, is get them talking about something that they're passionate about.
Because people are so bright when they're excited about something.
Yeah, so bright.
They're so pure, and you can just like see the person that they are like come out of its shell. And it's so nice. It's so wonderful, and I cherish every single moment where I've gotten someone talking about something they were truly passionate about, and then they're always like, I'm so sorry, I just got caught up in this thing. And I'm like, no,
keep going, keep going.
You are so beautiful.
Aww. Okay, going from beautiful to the shit pile. I think let's do 2 more. I know the one that I'm going to do, so pick 1 through 3.
We're gonna go from 1 for 1. I've already picked 2 and 3, I think.
Notes from the Matrix.
Oh, man.
So I'm closing the other 2. You don't get to see those now. You made your choice.
Oh, no. Whatever am I gonna do?
Notes from the Matrix. Episode 1. Boomerang Babes. These are episodes.
Oh.
So I was having dinner with a fellow red pillar when I got a text from a buddy. I'm absolutely sick of you being right about everything. This was followed by a text from his recent ex to the effect of, I don't want to get back together, but I would really like to have sex with you. I had predicted this. As often happens, I was right about it. The fact that he's... The ego is there.
Yeah.
I told him right after the breakup to expect it. She was getting a bit antsy. He's a proven performer, and because she's already fucked him, he doesn't raise her in count. I'm assuming that's numbers, like how many people
like
she's fucked. Yeah. She could fuck him every day for 10 years, and she's still at N+0. She says, I can come see you, and I'll leave tomorrow or even later tonight. It's just that I'm really horny. He texts us back, asks to whether or not he should let her stay the night. My dinner companion, that depends on how he feels about morning sex. Fair point. He lets her stay over, and he tapped it again in the AM. Takeaway. Girls are like boomerangs. They come back to you for what a buddy of mine refers to as the good part of the relationship. Because all you do is meet for sex, no dating, no drama. Don't do anything stupid like catch feels and expect it to last only a little while before the new rubs off and the old shines through and whatever the problems were reemerge. Enjoy it while it lasts and then move on. That's episode 1. We're boomerangs. We are objectified into boomerangs now. We are things.
Can I just make a statement?
I mean, you have the floor.
I have never ever texted an ex and been like, "Hey, you want to hit it?"
I haven't either. I have never.
Like, ever.
Never.
And I'm good friends with one of my exes now. Like I've been in his house a couple of times. Like we go to like
Scandalous.
events together and all of that.
Scandalous.
And the first time we hung out after like we broke up, we had a discussion about where the boundaries needed to be because we had dated before, right?
Right.
And one of the hard rules was no hooking up.
A fair rule to make.
Right?
Excuse me. Episode 2, are you ready?
Yeah.
Say you'll suck my dick. So lately I have noticed an uptick in girls qualifying themselves to me. One of my regular girls. Are you fucking serious?
Wow.
And why there was an interruption in my response, and I truthfully said I was loading the dishwasher, and she said that will be my work for the future. I said, well, really, you will be more in charge of making sure my dick is sucked. Loading the dishwasher I can handle, but performing light housework after that is certainly okay. This sounds like a scene.
Yeah, it does.
Another girl I met while vacationing in Europe, she's straight out of a Nordic Scandinavian central casting, tall, blonde, and good looking, with a make-work job in HR that she's not excited about, but hey, I don't give a shit about her job, and she's hot. Oh my gosh. I did a cold read on her, tall, feminine, introverted, and surprised, although not to me. She's sexually submissive, so after building rapport, I did my patented, by the way, I know your secret move. This played out over classic lines, her saying, what secret? Me saying, you know your secret, the one you've been hiding from since your teenage years. I let her run for a bit and let her draw it out of me. It's better that they have to work a bit. Then I fired the kill shot and told her. Pro tip number 1. They often won't bother to deny it at first, so I let them talk and then point out that they didn't deny it. Do you have your head in your hands or something?
I am so disappointed right now.
Pro tip number 2. They will almost universally want to know how I knew. The response is, I am a hunter. I know my prey. This usually gives them a shiver of fear anticipation, so I will sometimes provide comfort by pointing out that it is her nature and there is nothing to be ashamed of. In fact, she should be happy because now she is in the hands of a man who knows what to do with her. Having gone through the above, she said, wow, that was a bold question. Me, it wasn't a question, it was a statement of fact. Her, tingling, I love your confidence. Anyway, she's back in Finland now, but she has family in the States and will be coming over soon, and has been texting me regularly since I've got back because reasons. If it's convenient, I will pick up her option, but we'll see. At some point, she asked me what time it was, near 5 p.m. as it turns out, and she says, if I was there, I would be cooking dinner for you right now. And I said, yes, you would be, naked. Well, with an apron and heels, but you get the point. So why the noticeable uptick? So the only thing I've been doing differently is hitting the gym more. It's noticeable to me anyway, in my arms. The pipes are getting bigger in the chest. Other than that, nothing is different. So calculatus eliminatus would dictate that's it. Takeaway, fortune favors the bold. I can feel the energy from across the call. Are you okay?
Oh. This is a pile of spaghetti that someone forgot to cook through all the way.
My problem with this is that he's treating every interaction with a female as a scene.
Yeah. And like, these people exist in real life, just not on the internet. And I often like have them coming up to me like, "Oh, you're this." No, honey. You got the wrong bitch. Like, it doesn't work like that.
Somebody's come to you like this?
Oh, yeah.
Me knowing you? That's hilarious.
Oh,
yes. They don't know what they've stepped in.
Oh, they're about to. It's not going to be what they wanted either.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Oh, shit. That's hilarious. I'm sure...
I just need y'all to know that just making you dinner doesn't make me a sub.
Dude, I made a sandwich for Z the other day, and I think that's, like, the third time in our entire relationship I made a sandwich for him. And he was like, a sandwich? You did this? I'm like, yes! It's because I love you. Going through this today, okay, so, sidebar. Going through this morning, before getting on call with you, Z got up, and I had to read, like, as soon as he came in my office, he stood by my chair, and I just, like, I latched myself onto him, and I'm like, I love you so much.
Like, yeah, someone should only enter into a scene if they've agreed to enter into a scene.
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't be, like, the entirety of your life is not a scene. You are not the lead actor in a porno.
No.
And you, by acting like every person is your submissive, you are violating a lot of boundaries and you're hurting a lot of people.
Absolutely.
And you're attaching your bad behavior to a group that, for the majority of the time, has more respect for people's boundaries than you will ever have in your entire lifetime.
Yes. That community, honestly, is some of the most respectful, most communicative, most amazing people I think I've ever met.
It's a community that the basis of this is common respect and hard setting of boundaries,
yes.
Right? And they're taking a very surface level understanding of that and applying it to bad theology and coming up with this.
Whatever this is.
Because the whole, like, alpha male thing was based off of how they thought wolves behaved.
Yeah.
Which was actually incorrect.
Yes. Are you ready for my diamond in the rough?
Yeah. And
I don't know how good this is. In one sense, I think it's fine. In another sense, I'm really disappointed that he had to go through r/RedPill to get to this point.
Okay.
What's the end game? Hey, dudes. I had a lurking period on this subreddit a while back when I went through my whole taking the red pill moment, but I don't come here as often anymore. I assume it's because when we went through our moments, we learned and applied. God, I thought I'd learned and cracked the code to life when I first got into bed with a girl. However, when I look now at some of the posts on this page, I feel like we may have forgotten what the end game is. The end game isn't more sex, more plates, or more indifference to rejection. The end game is understanding who we are to put us on a pursuit which will continue to keep us on our toes. It is a pursuit which continues regardless of how we evolve because we continue to strive to be better. Nobody sits down after a massive cut and thinks, wow, I'll just maintain this physique from now on. Same for your career, sex life, and overall well-being. I saw a video recently. I can't place who was talking about it, but I'll try to paraphrase what the idea was. If your end game is to have more sex and meet women, you will end your pursuit of self-betterment as soon as you achieve such things. When I started on my red pill journey, I honestly only wanted more sex and validation from women. I ate 2,000 calories a day and ran 10 kilometers every single day I could to lose 20 kilograms overall. The bottom line is that wise men on this group taught me about being lean, game, and much more, and I learned and applied. I went through a super cool, renewed version of me summer, but I felt empty because I had never had the attention and love of a woman, and thus I dove heads first into a relationship. It was good for a while, but I treated this woman like garbage for close to a year and a half because I didn't think it could be any other way with a long-term partner. I honestly regret how I was. But I had love and attention, so I finally achieved what I wanted when I first came to the sub. I then got complacent. I got fat. I started drinking every day. I became lazy and lost sight of my own future. In essence, I forgot what the red pill had taught me because I had achieved what I thought the red pill would bring me. Which brings me to the question of what red pill really teaches us. On a surface level, the red pill brutalizes the concept of increasing personal value to achieve a better sex life. I think it's incredibly effective. I'm not complaining. It dramatically changed the course of my life, judging from how the past 3 years have been. However, the deeper idea in taking the red pill, I would contend, is to put us on a journey where we self-analyze and attempt to better ourselves, understand our own flaws and work on them, learn how both items above massively impact the rest of our lives. If you're a dude in the lurking phase learning what the red pill is, please go out and try every fucking thing your brothers talk about here. You will learn so much about people. If you already went through a journey of self-betterment and you have achieved your short-term goals, please remember what the red pill teaches you. Don't get lost and fall prey to habit once you achieve what you came here for. The pursuit of self must always continue. The rest always follows.
It's a good wrap-up point.
I thought so.
But, and if you didn't know what the rest of the
if you didn't watch the last hour of what we were doing.
Yeah, like you'd be like, oh, this is probably pretty decent. But like, yes, you should always be in a process of self-betterment. And if you're always in a process of self-betterment, that process will remove you from the subreddit.
Yes, which is like, I don't come here as often anymore. I wonder why.
And he also was like, I treated my partner like garbage.
And he regrets it. I honestly regret how I was. So, I mean, self-betterment. A good wrapping up point. A good diamond in the rough, I think.
But telling everyone to try every single thing that they've found on this forum.
Please don't.
Please don't.
Please don't.
Like, yes, and to latch on to the main point of this without all of like the nonsense. Yes, you're going to get complacent if you hit a goal.
Yes.
Right? And you do have to work to maintain your goals and where you are.
Yes.
But there's nothing wrong with hitting a point and being happy where you are.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that at all.
There's nothing wrong with that. Being unwilling to put in the effort to keep yourself there is like logging off a game once you've hit max level.
Yeah. Honestly, right? Yeah. So
when you go back to that game like 7 months later, you're not going to be at that level even if you are at that level.
Yeah. So closing thoughts. What did you think of r/redpill?
I think it's incredibly toxic, and although there are some good ideas hidden in the miasma, there are much better places to find a lot of those ideas. And if you actually want people to like you in the long run, you're going to have to do a lot more looking around. You're going to have to do a lot more touching grass. And
a lot more.
You're going to have to learn to revel in what makes you unique and interesting.
Absolutely. And know your worth is my big thing.
Yeah,
know your worth.
And manipulating people will only work for so long.
Yeah,
it's not a long-term solution.
Yeah, there's going to be... Unfortunately, there's always going to be people with low self-esteem.
There will be, and those people will always be taken advantage of. There's always going to be people that are in unfortunate periods of their life for whatever reason. And you using that, like, yes, we want, whenever we help someone, to get something else in return. But if you're going out and helping someone for that return, you're not actually helping them. You're manipulating them into giving you what you want.
Absolutely. And honestly, it's scummy. It's really scummy.
It is.
And
it really is.
And to actually sit there and know that, yeah, if you do a cold open to a girl and she says no, it's because she knows she's been there. She's worked on herself. She knows her worth, and she knows what you're doing.
And this entire time we've been going through this whole thing, and I've interacted with these people.
Mm-hmm.
And I know exactly how to shut them down. Like, this whole thing is so fragile.
It really
is. Because the success of everything they're talking about depends on the person they're talking to falling for their nonsense. Yep. The moment you don't fall for the nonsense, 99% of this Reddit is null and void.
Absolutely.
If you don't call them back, if you don't be like, yeah, I'm a submissive, or if you own that shit and you're like, yeah, I'm a submissive, but I don't
submit to you.
Yeah. If you make them set boundaries and expectations.
Like, thank God for this guy. This poor guy.
Right, like I feel like he's still a toxic person.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But at the very least, he understands that he needs to work on himself.
Right.
But yeah, so that was my morning and Fox's afternoon of r/RedPill.
Yeah.
If you haven't checked out our very first video, it was on Onision. I will put that in the description below. Our next one is kind of a toss-up. We're in between NikocadoAvacado and Trisha Paytas' new baby. So comment, tell us what you'd like to see more of. And whichever one gets the most comments or votes is what we'll do. Because NikocadoAvacado has his quote-unquote last video on YouTube up now.
Trisha Paytas just had a baby.
And Trisha Paytas just had a baby. So, whichever one you want to know more of, let us know. Remember to like and subscribe because the like button does matter. And if you want to see more reactionary content or commentary content, we will be doing that, hopefully weekly is what we're trying to do.
And it should be out sometime towards the middle of the week. We're aiming for Tuesdays. Today was Wednesday.
Oops. My bad.
It's been a week.
It's been a week.
So we'll do our best to give you some midweek content to hold you over for the weekend.
Absolutely. Other than that, I guess, bye.
Bye.
Bye.